A video for you today to help you get really clear about what is the right next thing you need to be working on as a business owner. Because sometimes it can be really frustrating because we've got so much to do as a business owner. You think, all right, I really need to improve the clients I'm attracting to my business. I'm sick of, getting a lot of tire kickers and people who aren't really qualified. I'm really need to improve my conversion rate. I'm only winning one job out of 10. Or you may think, oh, my on-site delivery is terrible, all my jobs are overrunning, or I need to beat down my suppliers. The list goes on and on and on and on, doesn't it? On some of the things we need to implement as a business owner to improve and grow the business. So because of that, because there's a never-ending list, often it can go two ways. So sometimes the business owner can just feel complete overwhelmed. They don't know what they should be working on next, so they do nothing at all. They bury their heads in their sand and think, I just don't want to face it. Let me just, I've got a vague idea of what I need to do, but I'm just going to, put my head down and get on with it and see where it goes. Or you get another type of business owner who potentially they've got all these projects they want to work on and they just go for it all at once. And they're trying to multitask and they're trying to improve their conversion, they're trying to improve their on-site delivery, they're trying to hire new people. And when you try and multitask and do lots of things at once, we know that that's the worst form of productivity, and actually you can end up going nowhere, or you don't get good results from the things you are implementing. So you do everything a bit haphazard and half-hearted, and you don't really get anywhere. So what we really want to do, and what this video is about, is helping you get laser focused on one thing that you should be working on, and trying to break it down to make business nice and simple for you, because it is simple, the principles of it. And we know laser focus is absolutely key. If you get, take for example, if you were doing archery as a sport, those archery competitors, they're absolutely laser focused on that target, on that bullseye. That's what they're going for. They're not looking around at the birds and everything else and getting distracted. They've got their eyes on the prize. They're going for that bullseye and that target. And we want to do the same in business. We want to go for one thing only, nail it, and then move on to the next thing. So what this video is designed to do is I just want to break down and show you the 5 key areas of business that you want to focus on. I call these the 5 pillars of growing a successful construction company. So let me just share my iPad and show you these things. So here's a little diagram, a little spider diagram I've got of how to grow a £1 million plus construction company. Now I know it says £1 million plus there, but to be honest, these principles apply no matter what business you've got. You could take this business up to 10 million or so applying these same principles. So there are 5 key areas, and as we go through these, I want you to identify what is the one for you at the moment you think you most need to work on. So under plan, this is key area number 1. Have we got a clear plan? So do you know what are your turnover targets for the year? What are you going to hit this year as part of your turnover? Is it £1 million you want to hit? Is it 2 million? And then think about what is your profit margins you want to hit. So, what are you going to be going for? Are you going to be going for a 30% gross profit margin, 15% net profit? What do you want to take out of it at the end of the year? Maybe you're sick of your subcontractors earning more than you. So have a clear goal in mind and know exactly what you want to hit. This is called knowing your destination. So know where you want to go and how you're going to get there. And then you can put a bit of a plan in place on how you're going to do it. So every year, I did it in December when I had a few days off. I map out exactly my turnover targets for all my businesses, and I print them on the wall, and every month I just tick them off when I hit it or surpass it, and I write the figure next to it. So I've got a clear goal in mind and I know how I'm going to get there. So that's the first thing for you. Have you got a clear plan of action? Do you know how you're going to get to your target? Then think about the second thing, is the second pillar I call attract. Can you attract your ideal client to your company? So sometimes when we're going through business growth, we need to change the client we're going for. So maybe when you first started out, when you're on the tools, you might have been on sites like Checkatrade or My Builder, things like that. And maybe you're a lot bigger as a construction company now, and those sites aren't suitable anymore. The clients on those sites, you think, well, no, they're tire kickers, I don't want them anymore. So you need to attract new clients to you. Maybe you need to attract architects. Maybe you need to attract main developers. So Attract changes as our business grows. So as we start to attract, we need to start thinking about what is our USP, what's our unique selling point, which again can change according to who we're trying to attract. So what makes you different from others and why they're going to go for you. And then we need to build your brand around that. We need to make you look like a company that's attractive to those type of clients. And then of course we want to work out, how do we fill your funnel so that we can attract those clients? What do we need to be doing on social media and on email, on LinkedIn, to make sure that we're attracting your ideal client to you as a business? So that's attract. So maybe attract's the one you need at the moment. We need to change the type of a client that you want, and you want more leads into your company. The third pillar we need to focus on is conversion. So it's no good having loads and loads of leads coming in if we're hardly converting any jobs. Maybe you think, out of every 10 jobs I go out and price, I'm only winning one. That's a 10% conversion rate, which is low, isn't it? So there could be a problem under conversion. It's either that we haven't mastered our sales pitch, or it could be conversion could also be linked to attract. We might be attracting the wrong type of client in and not qualifying them right in the first place. But conversion is absolutely key, and things we want to focus on under conversion are things like our pricing. Are we able to price profitably? Are we able to nurture those leads? So rather than just sending them a quote and that's it, have we got an actual process in place where we nurture those leads, we warm them up a bit, get them to know and like us as a company? And then have we nailed our sales pitch? Have we got a good presentation going out to them? Do we know what to say in a sales pitch in order to close that client down? So maybe conversion is something we need to focus on next. The fourth pillar is delivery. So it's great if we've got these leads coming in. It's great if we've now converted them and now we've got a full pipeline of work. You think, I've got work coming out of my ears. I've got work for the next 6 months. Well, now we need to deliver, don't we? Because delivery is absolutely key if we want to drive the profits into the business. So what is the structure for your business for you to be successfully able to deliver? Because it can't rely on you as the business owner. We want to have a potentially a hierarchy in place so that those under us can deliver for us and we can leverage other people's time. So maybe that's putting project managers in place. Maybe it's site foremen. Have we got our admin all sorted so we know who's doing what in the business? So structure is absolutely key, so we haven't got crossovers and everyone knows exactly what their role is. Then after structure, we want to think about our on-site operations. Can we set up the perfect site? Can we replicate that every single time? Can we get our guys or girls on site to deliver efficiently so that they're, every day we know exactly what they're doing, they've got targets and they're delivering the way we want them to the quality that we demand? Are we getting our sites finished on time? So that's really key, isn't it? And then we also want to focus on our off-site systems. So have we got the back end sorted in the office? Are the office able to order materials on time, deal with the programming, deal with all the keeping on top of the numbers and the paperwork side, chasing debt? All of that needs to be systemized too, doesn't it, to work efficiently? So maybe we're looking at that and we think, do you know what, that's the next thing I need to be working on, delivery, because my delivery is an absolute mess and I can't cope with any more work anyway. So let me nail delivery and operations and systems first. Well, the last thing we want to potentially focus on, and really this comes after we've nailed the first four, is scale. So once we get the first four in place, then we can think about scaling the business. The worst thing we want to do is try and scale without having the foundations there, because you're setting yourself up for failure. So when we scale, we're talking about moving you up in the structure so you measure and manage as a leader. So you're sitting at the top, you're getting your reports, you know exactly what's going on in the business, and you're just controlling those levers and measuring and managing what's going on site. So you're not getting involved in the day-to-day gritty stuff. Then we want to make sure we're attracting super teams, so attracting and bringing on board the right tradespeople and good teams in-house too, maybe like we said, project managers and admin staff. And then we want to gain loyalty. Once we've got great people on board, we want to gain their loyalty so they stay with us. So that's a really, really brief, quick, short 10-minute video on the 5 pillars that are needed to grow a successful construction company. Plan, attract, convert, deliver, and scale. Now, what we spoke about at the beginning of this video is it's absolutely key for you to identify what is the right next thing you should be working on. So this video may have helped you. As we were running through that, you might have thought, right, do you know, I know exactly what I need to be working on. I need to be working on delivery. Or you might think, no, you know, I'm getting all the wrong inquiries in. I need to work on attract. Or you might be looking at it and thinking, it's all of them. You know, there's 3, 4, or 5 things there potentially that I need to be working on. So you might need to just hone it down a little bit and work out what it is. If you need a bit of help with that and you think, you know, I can see the 5 pillars are there and that will make sense, but I really need help identifying the one for me, then I suggest you book in a brief call with myself. I can book a quick 10-minute call, have a chat about it and work out a way forward so you're nice and clear on what one of the 5 pillars you should be working on next. But it'd be great to have a chat with you and do that. So click on the link below and you'll be able to schedule a time when we can have a chat together. Hope that helps.